continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. We'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Street. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. This playoff game is about to get underway. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Caught by the receiver.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations. And they're easy completions for the quarterback.
Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face third down. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
That's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down on the third down conversion.
And the Volunteers with 1st and 10 here. And the same runner's got it again. Fights off a defender.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw. It's Johnson. Catch made on the right side. And they wrap him up, and the gain is good enough for a first down.
Good job here, the quarterback. His primary receiver did not look open. Instead of forcing the ball, he finds the running back as a check down and picks up a first down.
The Balls are on the move here. Looking to throw it on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. First down, looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Chris, I love this throw downfield. He takes a shot. I thought he had a big completion, but instead the defender makes one heck of a play to be able to knock that ball away for the incompletion.
Looking to chuck it again. He's running out of time here. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Arizona State, 0.
Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. there's the handoff. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
That gain makes it 2nd and medium. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's in the clear. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Volunteers. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Back comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. He's going to take off here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
He's past the marker and still going. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Solid gain in the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. 1st and long now after the penalty. Back to pass. It's Kaiser. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the catch downfield. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers and make the play.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Can he make it to the marker? And they do pick up first down yardage. Set up now at the 44.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They finally make the stop, but the offense threatening now. First down to the 27.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
And the Sun Devils come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Kaiser. Pass is caught. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
Second down after that completion. They're going to run it here. Good enough for first down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Touchdown, Sun Devils, as they get on the board here in this playoff game. Can you say methodical? Marathon march, Kirk, just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
And Kirk, it's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Back to throw. It's Johnson. Looking for his back. Goes to his right side there for the completion. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch. Gets the first down in the process.
First down here for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Look at a pass here on second down. Catch made on the out route. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Important second down play coming up. And now the running back's got it again. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
There's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They make the stop. It'll be 1st and 10 now from the 18.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
The shotgun running play call. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, the advantage you have, obviously, from a quarterback standpoint, running the RPO, is you get time to evaluate that first and second level of the defense and see where they're going. Unfortunately, the defense didn't show him much, and the back ends up taking it for just a few.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. And he'll hit out of bounds to avoid the hit. Did not pick up first down yardage.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Dropping back. It's Johnson. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to act. Him as he throws the ball.
No punt. Offense still on the field, going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Vols. Coach, you play quarterback. How about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. We've been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Arizona State offense comes back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Second down, they're going to throw it. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, stop at the 27.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Scanning the field. It's Kaiser. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Sun Devils pick up enough yards to move the sticks. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Completion. They come up on 2nd and 10 from the 45. They look to throw it here on second down. Looking for his big time after the interception.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
So they begin. They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Running play goes backwards, makes it second down and 12 now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking right, this one caught. They bring him down, but the game moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. He'll keep it on the ground with the counter play. First down and more. He's still running. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The ball is getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving his back anywhere to go, and to keep him short of the first down.
And it's a bunch formation. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. To throw, it's Johnson. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal. Timeout is called. A duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
First and goal now. A chance to claim even more momentum before the halftime break. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Touchdown, Tennessee. This offense cannot be stopped. The all-important extra point. They convert to PAT, so the lead is now 21. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Tennessee, 28. Arizona State, 7.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made in space. Look out. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. The Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry up. To the air. It's Kaiser. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Well, one thing we know for sure, this quarterback has a ton of confidence. Already he's thrown 2 picks. That is tight coverage right here. He still puts it up in the air. Now, this one works out for him, but they haven't throughout this game.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, what a grab. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. They keep him guessing with a run. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down at the 17. And the Sun Devils are in the red zone.
What a big game by this offense, and they're now going to kick to that up-tempo. Kind of sense that the defense is a bit on their heels, confused, looking to the sidelines. A great time to go hurry up.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves into the scoring position. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's first and goal. And he'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around.
And now the ball comes up. A disastrous play from the start.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Arizona State, 7.
And the Vols will kick second half. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Arizona State offense comes back out on the field. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead. They get him down pretty quickly, but it's a solid gain in that short throw.
Boy, great slant by the receiver. What I love is the quarterback found the window that he wanted to make the accurate throw.
That completion makes it second and short. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Breaks into the clear. Across the 40. At the 20. Past the 10. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. To throw, it's Johnson. A deep shot to the right. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. Finally brought down after an explosive play for this offense. Big game. So the big chunk play has the offense already in field goal range with a fresh set of downs.
Boy, that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on. What an opportunity to score there. Instead, incomplete and 3rd down.
Boy, he just missed another one, Chris. That would have been touchdown number 4 for this quarterback. Still, what a performance we've seen from this guy today, and he's not done yet.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a 1st down. The Volunteers pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Handoff here from the shotgun. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
35, Arizona State, 14.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Back comes the Arizona State offense out of the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Lets it go quickly. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Tackle made after a solid gain will spot the ball for 31.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Second down play coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's ETN. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff.
Here he goes. Touchdown, ASU. They were not going to catch him that time.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
35, Arizona State, 21.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. The backs got it. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Dropping back, it's Johnson. Dumps it down to the back. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback could put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Going to pick up the third and short through the air. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down. The Volunteers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Catch made on the right side. They've got it, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. And the Volunteers pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Bringing pressure. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dreamed about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Throws it to the right. He makes the grab. What a catch by the sophomore. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now. He'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today. Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
And Kirk, it's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Play action fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. A new set of downs after that completion. Back to throw. It's Johnson. Defense is coming after him. And it's intercepted. The last thing they could afford.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Snags the good throw. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Hey, it's a nice way to start this drive off, but they've got a long way to go to be able to get this ball in the end zone. Then they get again, so positive yards, but doing it quickly is key.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a 2-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
He stopped him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see this second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
The Sun Devils come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first half.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
Throws to the tight end. He's got a man down the middle. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Looking to pass here on second down. Fires it to the wideout. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Breaks into the open. Across midfield. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 in the first down. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
Man, I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
Getting set. Here's second down. Pounding away with the run game. Going absolutely nowhere with a loss of the play.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Looking to throw. It's Johnson. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. And that one is straight down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Arizona State offense comes back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Hit as he threw. He's going deep here. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
An important 9 yards gain there brings up just 3rd and 1. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. The receiver grabs it. And the gain just good enough for a first down. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle.
No gain on the play. Brings up on the back.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking for a man. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. What a catch! They'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit. The Sun Devils will try to keep this drive moving.
Well, there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
Extending the play now. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. That's a big hit at the end, but they want a fresh set of downs. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. The Sun Devils lining up here on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Force out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal. And the Sun Devils will line up now. It's 1st and goal. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
We talk about this defense stepping up, 1st and goal, and they get the pass breakup, making sure every yard is earned.
No gain on 1st makes it 2nd down and goal from the 7. Looking to throw again. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils. This offense really clicking.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back, but here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
And they tack on the extra point. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Oh, they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Chris, as you know, the chances are you're not going to recover these, but still, the hands team deserves a lot of credit for executing and coming up with the ball. You can't overstate the importance of a good special teams unit.
Chewing clock with the running game. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here comes the bunch formation. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking downfield, it's Johnson. Makes a quick grab. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Crucial third down play right here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Looking for the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down, but that first down should be enough to propel them into the national championship game. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? They'll give it to the running back. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the state